everyone, it's Heidi with Downtown NorCal, and I'm about to embark on a farm tour at Park Winters. I've always wanted to come out here and never have, so after the tour I'm also going to be enjoying lunch, and I hope you join me.
We give the garden tours mostly when the weather is good, and so our last garden tour this year will be the weekend before Thanksgiving, and then we'll pick back up mid-February. We tend to cap it at 15 people, and on average we get between 7 to 15 people.
Farm tour guests were treated to a hot beverage bar. While these are some of my favorite shots, at every turn in this garden there was something magical to see, smell, and experience.
I've been gardening since I'm 5 years old, and so having an opportunity to garden on a 10-acre piece of property with so much diverse microclimates and this beautiful palette that we inherited has been really inspiring. And what gets me up every day is the different seasons and the way that plants are growing, etc. And something that I tell people all the time is that, you know, we all have a certain amount of seasons that we're going to live in throughout our life, and I want to live all of my seasons in the garden. So it's really exciting to provide this experience to people because it's what I live for, and I live for people cooking the food that I'm growing. And I work alongside Farmer Ryan in our little farm, and we have A1 soil here, and we take all of our compost and waste from the kitchen and we turn it into these rows, and then we use the food from our farm and from the surrounding farms for our farm to table experience. When you have this farm to table experience, you're going to experience a very family style, elevated but fabulous experience. It's really unique, and it's really a dream come true to curate experiences of things that we find novel and fulfilling, and to bring it all into one property so that people can experience that.
We didn't know the menu before we arrived, but we were asked about allergies. This menu is all based on what's seasonally available.
We're doing great with COVID. It was interesting when they told us the distance of the tables. We said, okay, that's okay, because our tables are normally spaced about 3 times as further than your COVID requirements. We found that privacy is the biggest luxury. And when you keep the tables distant from each other and families can enjoy their time in privacy, you have a whole other level of experience. We all just respect our guests tremendously, and everything, and all the tables in between the dining experiences, we stagger them, and in between those periods we are wiping them down and sanitizing everything, along with our bathrooms and all the doorknobs that people would touch.
Yolo County is currently in the red tier, which allows you to be at some capacity. What happens if you go to the purple tier and are reduced to 0 capacity inside?
Well, unfortunately, going into the cold weather, we maybe, if that happens, we may have to pause and close for a period, because if we can't host guests indoors, we just don't have the ability to keep people that comfortable, because notice, like today, it's kind of a windy day and you can't get people out of those elements. And so we're keeping our fingers crossed that in our event barn we can continue to host these events. Our event barn has doors all the way 100% 360 degrees around it, and also we have high windows that pop up for ventilation. So even when you're eating indoors, you have total cross breeze of air movement, and so we feel that it's very safe for our guests. And people that are hypersensitive to that have complimented us for the experience, that they get to come out because they haven't been out in a while, and they get to have an elevated and private experience, yet feel safe with their family.
This was my first dine-in experience, and what he's saying about the building is absolutely correct.
So the dining hours are from 11:30 a.m. and the last reservation starts at 7 p.m. and it's every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
We have a lot of events here, but just like everything with COVID, numbers are down. So how has that impacted your business?
Oh, it has impacted our business tremendously. About 100% of our events were rescheduled from this year to next year. Rather than to focus on the negativity, which will not help us, what we've done is we focus on what can we do to pivot our business and stay open and keep our staff happy and employed. And what we've done is we've created these awesome farm-to-table experiences that people have always wanted to come to, but they couldn't come because we had events. We are in the process of building a farm stand. People will be able to buy fresh produce that came out of our farm that morning, but also we're going to be a platform for all the local purveyors, people that produce olive oil, soaps, honey, salves, the best of Yolo County. People will be able to stop here, have brunch or lunch, pick up some wonderful local food, and go back and be inspired in their own homes.
You have an online store?
Yeah, thank you for asking. We're about to launch our new online marketplace in about 4 or 5 days. The name of our marketplace is, you go on parkwinners.com and then you click on shop, and you'll see you'll click on marketplace and it'll take you to it, and it's the Park Winners Marketplace.
I've just finished lunch at Park Winters, and it is some of the best food I can remember having. This is such a treasure here in Yolo County, so do yourself a favor. Book a farm tour, book a meal, second to none. Bye everyone.